Recently, a new area has been found outside of the Hallowed Grove Lost Sector in the EDZ. This area is currently surrounded by a black box, which instantly teleports you to the start of the Lost Sector whenever you make contact with it. But despite Bungie's best efforts at keeping us out of this new area, people have managed to get inside of the area. Briefly, this involves using stasis as a glitch, which nobody would have thought that those stasis grenades to build walls would have been used for, out of bounds glitches. No one thought that. So if you jump into the barrier by getting out of bounds, I'm going to put a link in the description to a Asterix video, I think is how you pronounce his name. He does a pretty good job of explaining how to get into the lost sector, or this out of bounds area. And then I'm also going to link whoever found it first, if I can find it's the person who found it first on Reddit, I'm assuming. But it involves getting out of bounds, jumping into the black box while setting your spawn in this area, jumping into the black box, teleporting to the start of the lost sector, throwing a stasis wall grenade to make just a wall to block the area you get teleported to, and then killing yourself with the grenade launcher, spawning back in at the area that's out of bounds, and then jumping straight through the barrier, because for some reason, if the area that it wants to teleport you to is blocked, it doesn't teleport you. So that's a bit strange. I would have thought they would have coded it a bit differently than that, but here we are. So briefly, I'm going to try not to spoil too much because this isn't actually out yet, and if you want to see what's actually in this area, then I would recommend going and watching the Asterix video. Yet again, I might be pronouncing that wrong. In summary, the area is quite big. It looks like it is for an exotic mission. I presume a secret mission along the same lines as Whisper, and I have some theories as to how you activate and that sort of thing. I don't think it's possible to activate it yet, but the area reminds me a lot of the Whisper mission first off, because it has the taken wall pusher things, which I don't know the name of, and it also kind of looks like the Dreaming City, sort of. The area right before the first encounter in the Last Wish raid looks very similar to parts of this area. So yeah, and obviously it's EDZ as well, so there's like abandoned mine shafts and all that sort of thing. But it looks really cool, and yeah, so I think it's going to be for a secret exotic. Some people have said Hawkmoon, but I think Hawkmoon's going to be a quest exotic, where it's obviously with this season, so I think it's going to be a quest exotic, which you probably get from Uldren / the crew. So I don't think it's going to be from this lost sector, well, the secret mission. In addition to that, Whisper was a taken mission. It had taken enemies, you get a taken weapon at the end, Whisper of the Worm obviously, and it took place in the lost sector. Granted, it was a Vex lost sector if I remember correctly, and it was on Io. Now, if you remember back to how a Whisper was initially found, or started, I guess, you had to wait for a Taken Blight public event to spawn in the Lost Oasis patrol area on Io. When it did spawn, a Taken boss would spawn in one of 3 locations. You then had to go and check each location, kill the Taken boss, and then a portal would spawn on top of this rock, this platform, and you could interact with it, and it would spawn you at the start of the Lost Sector in, well, connected to the Lost Oasis. And you would then have to jump up into this wee cave off to the side of the spawn tunnel, and there'd be a Taken Blight, you shoot it, and then you're into the mission. If you went into this Lost Sector in patrol without starting the mission, this wee entrance where the Blight is would have been blocked off by a rock in the ground. This is basically the same thing that's in this Lost Sector at the moment in the Hallowed Grove, because the tunnel, if you go underneath the map, I'll try and show it on screen, the area that you have to set your spawn in so that you can jump into the black box, you're right underneath the boss arena stage in that Lost Sector, and you can actually see behind the small waterfall where the stream's coming out of, it's all blocked off by boulders and rocks and stuff. I can't remember if it was like that prior, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be the entrance to this mission, because if you look underneath the map, there's actually just a tunnel, and the area that you jump from and you jump into the black box is actually, I'm assuming, the path that we're going to have to take to get into this area, and that path just isn't in the game yet. So yeah, but I have a feeling that because the Lost Sector is taken, It's a taken lost sector. Because the actual mission has the taken pushy wall things, it's going to be a taken mission, or at least hive/taken or something. And the sludge, which is the area that this lost sector is connected to, also can have taken blight public events spawning in it. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if the way to start this mission is identical to Whisper, in that the taken blight event spawns and then you have to go and look at one of 3 locations or something, or you have to look at a few locations or taken boss spawns or something, and then you go and kill the taken boss, and then it opens up a portal, or something like that. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if that's how it works, because it's very, very similar in how it currently looks very, very similar to Whisper, in the fact that it's in a lost sector, the entrance is blocked off, and the ritual area that is connected to can have the taken by public event spawn, and it's also looking to be a taken mission as well, because of the wall pushies. I would also imagine that the reward will be an exotic from Destiny 1, a taken version of an old exotic from Destiny 1. I'm assuming Whisper, I believe, was released in Destiny 1 like 2 or 3 times, and the first time it was out it was just a normal sniper, and then it turned into a taken sniper, I believe. I think I'm correct in saying that. So I would say either it's going to be a weapon from D1 which is already a taken weapon, or it's going to be a new version of an old weapon and it's taken fight. So we'll see. I think it'll be pretty cool. I imagine it's not going to be available until the new year at least, probably January or the tail end of this season, February, because by the time Hawkmoon comes out, I'm assuming mid-December, Dawning then happens, and then it could happen the update right after Dawning finishes, which I think is probably the 1st or 2nd week in January, so we'll have to wait and see, but that's more or less it. That's what I think it's going to be. New exotic mission, probably, well, it's going to be a secret exotic mission, I imagine, activated very similarly to Whisper. And one last thing, actually, before I end the video, I really hope it's free. My reasoning behind this is, like, I have Beyond Light and I have the seasons for the next year or whatever, but Whisper was free to New Light players last year for the entirety of Shadowkeep. Whisper was free because all of the Year 1 stuff, so Curse of Cyrus and Warmind and Destiny 1 Vanilla were all free for new players, and now that that's all gone, there's no secret quests for new players to do. So I think it'd be really cool if this mission is free, because it would give another Taken-like, or Taken-esque, or not Taken-esque, it would give another Whisper-esque mission to do for New Light players, because one of the best things in Destiny are the secrets and hidden things, and secret quests are like the epitome of Destiny content. So I really hope that this mission's free, just because it means that if you get your friend into Destiny, for example, and they've got it for free, and you're trying to get them to like the game, one of the best things to do is take them and get Risk Runner, for example, because that's an exotic, and it's a pretty good exotic. But then another really good thing would have been to go and get Whisper, because it was a challenging mission, and you get a really good exotic at the end. So I think having this be free would give a similar experience to what Whisper would have given people, and yeah, I mean that's really it. Regardless, I'm really looking forward to another secret mission, but hopefully it's free, because yeah, because then New Light players will have Prophecy, the Cosmodrome starting mission, as well as all the locations, and a secret mission, and access to all the Year 1 exotics. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like, maybe even subscribing, and I shall see you in the next one. And also, if you get any ideas for what this could be, feel free to leave a comment. I really enjoy reading comments. So yeah, anyway, bye.